Hi everyone, my name is Cohh here with another Thoughts video, this time for Days Gone. Days Gone is a game that I didn't think I was going to like. In fact, I played it for 6 hours and I was not sold on it. I didn't feel like there was any carrot on a stick leading me forward. I didn't really like the characters. In fact, I remember commenting how well the devs were doing, making me dislike them. And frankly, I was not super impressed with it. On my second day of streaming it, I said, here's the deal. I think I'm going to stop playing, but I'll give it one more day. And I'm very, very glad I did. Days Gone started as a pretty hard average and ended up being a lot better than average. Way above average. The start is slow. And I do need to make sure that people know that. I would say if you really want to give this game a chance, you probably need to play it at least 7 to 10 hours, which is not a super good thing to say about a game. But and this is one of the cases where I can tell you from personal experience, I do highly recommend it. It is Days Gone is basically a game that has very similar to Last of Us gameplay. It is in an open world situation, so you can kind of go where you want, do what you want. There's a fun motorcycle mechanic. There are camps that you upgrade and do tasks for, which you can then use to upgrade your weaponry, update your bikes. The game does this kind of interesting thing with storylines. And the quests that you do many times will actually contribute to multiple of those storyline percentages. And then as you work through those, it unlocks new story content, new side missions, in some cases entire new regions. What I can say is taking the game as a full picture, I see why Ben Studios, the creators of the game, did what they did. They essentially spent the first part of the game trying to get you into the game world, and honestly, I think they tried to get you to really dislike the main character. And the reason that I feel like they did that is because this game, over the course of it, has some pretty incredible character progression. The lead character, Deacon, I don't want to spoil it too much, but all I want to say is the beginning is rough, but as you play through it and as you get towards the end, you realize why it was done that way. Unfortunately, though, I do think it's so rough, and the devs do such a good job at making you dislike him, that I think some people might have a little trouble getting over that hump, to be blunt. And yeah, it's kind of weird that way. But I will say those that do are in for a ride. The characters are believable and fun. There are a lot of very cool, iconic characters. The character development, like I said, is actually really great throughout the story, not only for the main character, but for multiple side characters. Some of the storylines are really uplifting. Some of the scenes are extremely powerful. I might have gotten a little misty-eyed towards the end of the game. And all in all, now that I've wrapped it up, I can safely say that Days Gone, I am extremely, extremely glad that the community and everyone else convinced me to stick with it, because I would have missed out on a game that may be in my top 10 this year just because of a rocky start. So, best thing I can say, if you liked Last of Us's gameplay, I think you'll have a good time in Days Gone. I will say that the story is long. It takes you like 22 to 25 hours to get through the main story, but I felt it was worth it. There's a lot of world content to do for those that like to do that kind of 100% stuff. There are tons of zombie hordes to kill, tons of bounty missions to do. There's 5 camps that you can rank up, and each one having its own engine parts, skins, all sorts of stuff to do in this game. So honestly, again, with the small caveat warning that you're probably going to have to play between 6 to 9 hours to really get into it, I will say that if you like that Last of Us style gameplay and you like the open world environment, you're probably going to dig this game. And I'd say in that case, I'd probably recommend it. I do also want to make a comment that there were some times where the music was pretty phenomenal. And also the weather systems and graphics, honestly, in some cases rivaled another game that I played recently, Red Dead Redemption 2, which was kind of like setting a lot of bars in terms of that stuff. So yeah, all in all, a pretty great game. And one that, after especially seeing the final secret ending, I am chomping at the bit for more of this. I will be following Days Gone and Ben Studios pretty closely in the future, and pretty much I'm ready to see what they've got to offer next. So yeah, should be fun. And for all the people that watched the playthrough, thank you for doing it, especially those who convinced me to stick with it, because frankly, I'm really glad I did. This has been another Thoughts video. I'd like to keep these short. I will see you next time for the next Thoughts video. And as always, be sure to drop by my channel, twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. Let me know what you thought, or just stop by and say hi. See you guys next time.